Hello, I'm back for some daily racing at Suzuka. These are the stats. It's day 4. Yesterday we had some incidents. Let's see what today brings. 57 races. Well, 6 were clean race bonuses. So let's go. Oh, VR wasn't ready. Let's get a little feeling for the heart. I don't expect anything from the first race as always. Let's go. David in front is in VR as well, that's nice. Also in the GTR. Let's go! I'm sorry, but I would have been killed. Sorry, David. That dude braked too late. He even killed you? Wow. Good morning. Where is David? I will wait for him after the pit stop. Hello, Michetti. Go, David, go, David, go, go, go. That's great. That will be a huge improvement in your lap times. GTD, Grand Touring Daytona Pro. He lives in Daytona. Nice. Welcome to Suzuka. Thank you for the race.
GG.
Thank you, David. You too. I'm sorry for that one situation in the last chicane, but if I had not done what I've done, I would have been killed. That guy behind, I guess, was on soft. Yeah. Yeah, whatever you feel most comfortable with. I was surprised seeing you in the GTR.
All good look. GG.
Thank you. And you too, Michetti. Because driving this game with manual shifting is completely different. Your cornering and everything will improve a lot. Ah, nice.
Bevor VR used GTR a lot.
I love the GTR always. On screen, in VR, especially because that's the car. I think on all my accounts I've done like
Bro, I had to learn it.
25,000 miles on the GTR in Group 3. And Suzuka
Like a amateur bro.
is a Japanese Suzuka is a Japanese track, you know. GTR is a Japanese car, and I think in Gran Turismo, Japanese cars will be always kind of supreme in Suzuka. Because if you look, there's a Supra, Mercedes, BRZ. Where is it here? Supra, Nismo. It's not that the Porsche is the ultimate meta car here, you know. I think if I give it like 20 laps, I could do this lap time. I ran this Ghost for like 1 lap and was only like 2/10 of my best off by making a lot of mistakes. Here, he's I. Renault, Ferrari. Yes, he does. He's a VR lawyer from Daytona, Florida. You took your family to vacation in Japan in March. Nice. I love to. Japan is such a beautiful country and the people are so polite, I would say. I love it.
Yes, you know the Japanese.
I have a friend there. It's very close to Fukushima, so I was kind of worried when all that shit was happening back in the years. But yeah, Japanese are very kind, and I don't know. I really adore that, all the way they treat people and act towards each other. It might be very distant, but it's just kind of very polite. Don't want to do anything wrong.
Wanna go there one day. I've been born in Indonesia.
Indonesia, nice. What motocross Grand Prix was there? Indonesia? Is that Kuala Lumpur? Or is that Malaysia? I always mix that up, sorry.
In Asian countries strahlendes Gesicht mit lachenden Augen.
Asian countries are a whole different story. As long as you are not introduced into people, don't expect them to look at you. You know, it's just like they won't look into your face. What's the progress saying? So pretty much at the F. Okay.
Oh, you are already a.
Yes. Yesterday. Like this time already. Well, it didn't take too long. I think like 47 races, but anything that came after that was like pure chaos.
I was B on my alt account.
Go for A. You can. You just have to calm down a little. Calm down a little.
Learning to shift put me back in C.
Yeah, but that's just momentary, you know.
Mittelhelle Hautfarbe.
Once you figured that shifting, you will be a lot quicker than before, trust me. David, if you hear me, and we are 1 and 2, let us go on mediums for 7 laps. And just flow around in the front. I will change last second so everyone thinks I'm on hard. Yes, let's go on mediums. If you hear me, please go on mediums. I will go on mediums. I don't want to deal with that for 2 or 3 laps this time. A medium, let's go.
GL Boys. Okay.
And you stay out front. I don't even plan to overtake you. I will just learn to drive behind someone there. Because it's very difficult with this custom slipstream and everything. It gets really fast.
Okay.
And you are A+, you need to get a blue A+.
Oh, now I see you are 1 and 2 starting nice.
Yes. The last race was nice. I saved the replay. 2 GTRs. That will be great thumbnails for the future. Alright, good luck everyone. Good luck David. Let's go. And flow. The Ferrari has a strong first gear. Oh! No, so much for this. Oh mein fucking god. That green guy. Okay. Then we have some fun with assholes. Also no problem. Run faster! Run faster! You like to kill Mexicans? I kill you? Bye bye!
Gesicht mit Freudentränen. Karma Komes fast mit Jimmy und Celobi.
Go, 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 David! I don't know what to say to that. I guess he was not using his radar. Only explanation possible. Mirror, mirror, he's behind me. But because I don't care and he doesn't need a reason to be upset, go. Go.
Jimmy and crew.
I don't want anyone to complain. Hello, Smiling Speedstar. Good to see you. How are you?
Isafio spin et spon Kona. Yo, what's up, Speedster?
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I just completely pinned it, although I knew that was the completely edge to go to, you know, and I still kept it fully flat. I just had to lift, but I didn't want to.
Begins tomorrow, leicht lächelndes Gesicht.
Oh, so I crashed. Your holiday begins tomorrow, yeah, nice.
Come back.
Thank you. But I really wish people would use their radar more often. I was right behind him, then I went beside him, then I braked, and he steered into me. Oh, nice. He gets a friend request.
Loads of true berated and low rated drivers.
It's very... Yeah, it's very early in America, so I guess the lobbies aren't really that filled. But anyway, good race. Thank you very much.
I always use radar but difficult to check it so metimis and keeping eyes on the road at Sanetine, Gesicht mit Freudentränen Victory-Geste, mittelhelle Hautfarbe.
What did you say? Yeah, radar, but radar, you know, when someone is right behind you, just like right behind you, like 1 centimeter more, and he bumps you, you know, and then goes right beside you, and you don't check the radar for what to do, then you just mess up. Simple as that.
Very early, so I have acquired house and play GT7 without Wi-Fi and home alone.
Good one, David. Alright, I'm gonna make myself a coffee.
What did you order, Speedster? I won my first race the die shifting manually Speedster, how about that? Lächelndes Gesicht mit Sonnenbrille, lächelndes Gesicht mit Sonnenbrille, lächelndes Gesicht mit Sonnenbrille. Deile B. Narburg. I use Sennheiser 6XX, obviously quite loud. When I leave it GT7 to idle and back to work. Soon I took trash truck arrived because I here. At Moverdijk 9387 Niese won. Thank you.
I got my coffee. Yeah, congrats, Michetti. Nice one. I agree. Two minutes to go. Let's see who's gonna be in that lobby.
Okay, I am in again.
Nice.
Manual shifting opens all new Y2 control car, make extra rotation in gas shifts.
Yes. Smiling speeds, absolutely. You can use the engine brake when you rev the car instead of like upshifting it under revs when you roll through corners and stuff like that.
Yeah, and if understeer, gear shift to direction or another my help.
Yeah, that's exactly that. When you increase revs in the corner, you get more engine braking. Hence, you slow down a little bit without braking, which makes you rotate better.
Yes, I was 1 sec faster already on quali.
Congrats. 1 second is much. I start hard.
Also in 992. If it oversteers. Gas hilft and Flurgas mai streikten it leicht lächelndes Gesicht. Batman is dirty, watch out.
I guess he's gonna be on mediums. Batman is on mediums. Yeah, I just let him pass. No worry. If he comes too close, he can just go by. I don't mind. The first 2 laps are so slow. You have nothing to win there.
Automat keeps it in 2 in the Autonwille, it needs to be in 1.
Yes, that's very often the case. There are only very few cars that really rotate under low revs. One of that is a Supra. One of the worst cars with that is a GTR. Go, go, go! Good luck, David.
9387 ja. Automat would make drive me crazy leicht lächelndes Gesicht. Racing for 6 Moves, safe to say a beginner. Would we learn fast?
Go fuck yourself.
Not learning fast. Would okay with set. Goal oriented training for 2,5 years, and no Jet A+. Would will get it leicht lächelndes Gesicht. 100 Laps auf Nordschleife GT3 will help you in PSVR2 mit Freudentränen. Halfway B is the best if do.
And again, fuck! No, thank you.
Tipps from Set Guy. Verdient 9387. I have heard Luke is great coach. It also, when dones a coaching good his free videos are also very good. He had coaching session with Digit. Great session. I wasn't my best 10, because quite serious health is a set time.
Batman is wondering? Don't wonder, buddy. Look what you did.
Blessings for you, bro. Hope you are better in better health now. 2 erhobene Handflächen.
Let's go!
Better now.
Hola!
Angespannter Bizeps, mittelhelle Hautfarbe. Angespannter Bizeps, mittelhelle Hautfarbe.
Was ein Wichser. Ihr seid solche Hurensöhne, ne? Puta madre.
real drift overtake was
Oh.
yesterday. Good from video didn't he find that then? Maybe it's only in his life.
Let's see what that incident really cost me. Hello, David. Tires are through. Thank you for the race. And the dude that ruined my race quit, of course.
GG.
You too. I got crashed. Ran through the sand.
GG.
Coach, good to see you. How are you? When will you be back streaming? I can't wait.
have great pies.
Everyone says that, but I can't qualify. That's always a struggle. Worked a little bit better this time. And the GTR actually makes it really easy because the gears, I don't know, are like made for this track. Third gear. Second gear for the exits on the hairpin. Third for everything else.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. How's the American invasion going?
It's going great. Look, I made this account like 4 days ago. And I'm on my way to A+. I've only done like 60 races now. The stats look alright. I hope this account doesn't get ruined anymore, because yesterday I ran into MySport. I don't know if you know him. He's on YouTube as well, streaming. And I had a race with him, and he constantly bumped me from behind, you know, made me lose control of the car. And then he came into the lobby after the race telling me that I was unfair. Then I just called him a wimp. I wanted to say a whiner, you know, because I was just clearly faster. Yeah, and then everything started, you know. He did the same thing again and again and again. And then he made fun of me on his live stream, messaged me, displayed the messages. I don't know. That was a low point, but I already knew that guy, and he's very low on anything. The only thing I can agree on is that Palestine should be freed, but anything else of that guy is just pure crap.
He made a short video of your incident.
Yeah, I commented. Good luck. I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to meeting him again. Really. What an asshole.
VH Audit.
MySport.
What's his channel?
Look for that. MySport GT7, yeah.
So you can dislike all his videos.
No, don't dislike, that's the same like a like. Don't support that shit. Comment on it, that's all.
Oh.
He made a video of how he took me out in a short, how he left me behind with the engine damage, you know, and if you watch my live stream, I was just like in an A+ lobby, you know, as a B driver. Yeah, and he was salty that I was there with B and faster than him. So any chance he had, he tried to take me out. And then that race happened, you know. The guy in front of me had like 3 seconds, and Couch might know that. I really respect A+ drivers. And I wanted to bump him, you know, for the last lap. So we can have a nice race just for fun, you know. Because we were in top 5, and that would have been a safe thing. But I did one thing. He got the penalty, got ghosted. I dropped back so I could touch him, but that was just like 1/10 too much for me, that I went into his ghost instead of him going back to solid and me bumping him. And then MySport came from behind, you know. I was sticking to the left-hand side. Just I knew that he would send it, so let him send it, you know. Top 5, top 6, I don't care, you know. It would have been points for my driver rating, you know. Sportsmanship was full like forever. And then that, you know, look that short. It's just so low. I don't know. Level of some people and how they create content on Gran Turismo was just disgusting.
Hello, Couch.
He messaged me, that was the best thing, you know, and I didn't know who it was, and I was really annoyed at that time, so I replied, I'm pissed off, I don't want to talk, you know. And I asked who he was because I can't identify online IDs, you know. I have game names here. He didn't reply, put it, you know, to his chat on YouTube, and then he reported me, so I got a what is it, a strike on behavior codex. That guy. So fucking dirty, and then he does act like he was the best. I don't know.
BTW. Change of subject, but actually live 10 minutes from the Daytona International Speedway, and attend the Rolex 24-hour race every year. Hopefully you can settle it with a fair race when you next meet.
Yes, he reported me for replying to his message. That's just what it's about with him, you know. It's just fucking crazy. But I don't really mind. It's just you asked for my impressions how the journey went, so I said a little bit of yesterday, because anything else from these races with him were absolutely brilliant here in America. Of course, there are some other people that are really dirty, but you can't change that, so let's see. Next race I meet him, I will race fair until he does something like he does again, and then I will go apeshit on it. And yeah, David, Daytona International, I wanted to ask you that. One day I will come there and watch the AMA Supercross at Daytona, because that's the motocross or supercross race I always wanted to go to. That on that oval, you know, on the finish line area is just like the most difficult, the most awesome motocross track I've ever seen. And then, you know, at the heart of the home of motor racing. Awesome. I might come for a visit. This year I was in Mexico for almost 3 months.
Jumping in Race GL do de Zielflagge. Onise, my love partners are big bikers, have several Harley Davidson bikes. Will leave you on. Contact me.
Yeah, I think with everything how it's going, I will create a discount server again. I deleted it because, I don't know, I'm not a person that posts and posts and doesn't get a response, you know. It was like many people in there, but nobody said something, so I kind of felt it was useless. But I start realizing that it makes sense more and more. So, sage ich ihm, Batman. Hallo, schön, dass wir uns wiedersehen. Fahren wir ein faires Rennen. Sehr gut. Zero contact. Thank you, because I do the same. Have a good race, good luck. Let's go! I'm streaming dailies and Couch Driver is in my chat. Something is wrong in this world. Alright, let's flow. I think I will just try and do 4 laps with the hards. Because the hards on the GTR, they aren't much slower. Actually, not at all. If you just go cleanly with the lines. In the first races I've done here, I went 6 laps with hards, and then I went for 4 laps on mediums. And I won every time. Alles klar, Batman. What a fucking clown. This will be a race where I don't give a shit about fairness anymore when I meet that dude. What a fucking hypocrite. Now I run you off track like you did. Why would they use their fucking radar, right? I don't give a shit about any of these excuses anymore, you know? When you race, you should be in control of your car. If you can't control your car on the limit, then don't go to the fucking limit, you know? If you can't race without constantly fucking up other people's races, then fucking don't race. I really took everything people told me to heart, you know? Like, you don't leave room, you don't do this, because, you know, I wanted to be able to race cars, you know? I took everything to heart, changed everything, I raced completely fair. If there's a gap like there was a car that fitted through here, like my lineup every time do. People run right here, don't use their radar, don't see me coming, and fuck it up, okay. And if I see that guy again, wish him luck. I will look where he is after my pit stop now, and then I will play with him. I'm amped up now. Batman, alles klar, erster. What a fucking hypocrite. Okay, buddy. Enjoy the lead, enjoy the race, because once you come from your pit stop, I will be in front of you. And I will wait for you. And then I will completely destroy your race. Because right now, why would I care for anything? Fahren wir ein faires Rennen, du verfickter scheiß Heuchler.
an Excuse to Moverday.
People tell me, like David said, that guy behind you is dirty, be careful. I give him a chance, he fucks up. I give him the next chance, he fucks up. Okay. After so many fuck-ups, I will fuck you up. It's a fucked up world with a fucked up face. Everybody's judged by the fucked up. No, with the fucked up anyway. Forfeit the game before somebody else takes you out of the frame and put your name in shame, cover up your face. You can't run the race, the pace is too fast, you just won't last. Let's go. Yeah, run away in the slipstream. Now we brake and I almost crash into you. Und in Kanada ist keiner da. Yeah, I'm getting up to pace. I'm finding my lines better and better. Let's fucking go. Batman! Keine Panik auf der Titanic. It always looks good when you run at least 2 laps on mediums. Batman! Oh mein fucking Gott, Clowns.